Alright YouTube, what is going on? My name is Bigfoot. Welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever White Valley. Today in episode number 23 I've added a new boat because the demand is definitely here, which is crazy. The boat must be doing extremely well with regards to its profit margins. It is up by just about $1 million. We've also got, 3 boats in this very short stretch, but the demand is there. We just need to go ahead and connect up its supply a little bit better. I also want to go ahead and talk about the buses, because the buses are doing really well, this small bus project that I've gone ahead and built. So we've got the Coburn to Hetton, it's doing even better since I did the new 5 buses. Then all these routes are profitable, arguably some more than others, but it is still quite good. And we've got quite a lot of people waiting here, mainly to go actually to Newton, so to go to Hetton, from here to Hetton. So this bus has got 25 people on it, they're going to go somewhere. And then it fills up with 26 and then leaves again, so it's doing well. With regards to the 2 towns individually, Thaxted is definitely got some demands, and then as we can see it's grown in population. It was in the 200s in the last episode, because I stated that it was very poor. The good thing is the bus coming out of town isn't full, so that means there is still more capacity. Then with regards to this end, things aren't as cheery I would say in Newton Abbott at all, but they're still not too bad. Again, the route probably doesn't serve the town as best as Thaxted, for example. We cover everywhere in Thaxted, whereas we only cover part of the town here in Newton Abbott. Just based on the layout of the town, unfortunately, it's kind of a shame. But as this bus leaves town, it's got 15 people, so again, not as good, but not too bad. Also, I believe the distance is shorter to Newton Abbott, so they have a higher frequency, so not too bad. Then if we jump up this end here, this turning circle is doing remarkably well. We're waiting for people to... I think people are just changing here and... Oh no, you know what people might be doing? People might be jumping off. Oh no. Wait, where do people want to go? People want to go to High Street, which High Street is what way? Is High Street this way? No, it's not actually, so yeah, that's good. People are changing here if they want to go to Coburn if they've come from Thaxted or Hetton, which is good. I believe the buses are just full coming through, so that's the only problem, which is a shame. It's crazy how frequent these buses are these days. But at least that one has some seats, so that can take 10 people from the 44 which are waiting here. However, again, I don't think that's always going to be the case, as that one is full. Anyway, we're leaving this though because we're working on fuel right now. That's really what we're working on. And we're trying to make some of these negative trains more profitable. So at the end of the last episode we touched on the G Coburn fuel. I want to go ahead and... It's actually losing more money again, but it's such a long distance for it to go that I can understand sort of why it's doing not very well. I also want to go ahead and improve the railway. I don't know why it's doing so bad. It's crashed, that's why. Why is it crashed? It's because Coburn isn't taking any fuel right now, which isn't good. And why is that? Because we're not getting rid of fuel here quick enough, maybe? I think that could be a reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these trucks here on this route, the G Coburn, and we're going to go ahead and replace these. These trucks are quite old, to be fair. I did modify the route about 2 or 3 episodes ago. Didn't touch the trucks though. So that is something which is quite important. So let's go ahead and make that change. How many trucks are even on this route? Maybe not enough, that's my concern. Yeah, 2, that's the problem, only 2. So we'll add in a 3rd as well. That's a tram stop though, that's not going to help me too much. And there's no truck stop in town here. There is one just outside of town though. Again, we'll work all on this in the next few episodes. So let's go ahead and take you, let's add you, and you're going to go into the G Coburn. Which is good. Alright, voila. Okay, so you're on your way. You're going to hopefully go ahead and help things out there. So that should hopefully increase the demand again up the hill here. With regards to all the output, it's actually going the other way. It's going into the town of... that's some nice train that, isn't it? It can carry 270 fuel. So yeah, now there's more demand for Coburn. So, doing well. I think that is doing well. Or at least the one to... Hetton is doing well. How's that doing? So we're checking Coburn, it's minus 8 million, which is quite bad actually. But then we've got the G Hetton fuel, it's at 19 million. What a contrast, eh? Crazy, but those trains are doing really well, and I think the town is taking it on board great as well. You must be about maximum, which is crazy. You pretty much are, and then here, this place is doing so well as well. The boat, I could probably add another boat, you know that. I really actually could based on the amount of output here. It is mental, absolutely mental. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go for it, I might as well. I mean, the growth is there, so we just need to go ahead and make sure we're continuing output into different towns, and that's something which I can improve on this episode. So to go ahead and get better output, we could expand maybe over to Thaxted. I would also like to go ahead and improve upon this curve going up this hill, because this train line is not very efficient, so not bad there actually. I just want to improve this curve, and I know I can, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt it. So let me go ahead and, first of all, I'm going to allow for a bridge here, or, I mean, I've very much had it this way for a long time. But if we do that, then that reduces it to 58, which is not bad at all. We could do some terraforming, I think that might be worth doing. Let me change this train up the hill a little bit more. So I want to pretty much terraform a lot of this up is what I want to do. So let's go ahead and do some mass terraforming around here. What I need is I really need a ridge that comes right round like that, I believe. Though, again, there's no perfect tool to do this, so I sort of have to roughly go with what I think is correct. Though definitely not as steep there, or there. Then I can smooth this out afterwards as well. I want to try and make it quite natural, to be honest. So just slowly start to bring this up here too. Then have a bit more in the middle, which is nice. So, with that change, I don't think we should need a bridge. Well, that's gonna, okay, it looks like we might. If we need a small bridge, I don't mind a small bridge, I just don't want like a one which gapes right over the valley. So that's 75, 76, it's still a bit low, I think we can still get better here. 75, 76, we can do better than that for sure, so let's cut this back even more. And do a very, very large natural bend, so there we're getting 108, 109. Nowhere near really where I was doing the terraforming, but hey ho, or I wasn't doing it anywhere near enough. But I think we're going to go for that actually, so we're going to go for this large expansion project. Something to go ahead and really help out the town of Coburn, because again, I feel it's still, even though we have made changes to it, I still think it is in a bit of a difficult predicament, you know? It's not perfect by any means. So let me go ahead and get rid of this here. Tidy this up quite a bit, just because this looks hideous here, so let's go ahead and raise that land there, and then the corresponding land just below it as well. Much more natural as we can see, which is good. Get rid of that nice shadow there. Right, and voila, so things are looking much better around there. With regards to this, it's pretty much disappeared, though I've got a feeling at some point we might build a line from here, because right now we're taking stuff by truck, and this is one of the next things we're going to address. And if we are going to do it next, I'm not going to talk about it, because we'll be back here in 2 seconds, and I'll be explaining the problem. I shouldn't have deleted all that line, let's put it that way, but come back to that shortly. Okay, so we have currently, Tram 50 should be replaced soon. TR Hetton 2 already? How? That's crazy. I just built you guys like 3 episodes ago. It was probably about... Nah, it was a lot longer than that actually, to be fair, but even still, I don't feel you're that old, the TR Hetton 2. You are, so you guys are on, what, Cobras, aren't you? Let's put Cobras, let's put Red, let's put OK, and let's put on, arguably you could have been from the older line, because the original TR Hetton inherited all of TR1. So that kind of maybe makes sense, to be honest. But anyway, that'll hopefully go ahead and resolve that issue. Right, it's all fuel here right now. One thing I'll need to do is add in some new signals, but as we can see, things are much better going up the hill now, which is nice to see. Hoping to maybe get a second train on here, to be honest. I would really like that. I think it would do a lot of good. And again, if we can get it like the TR Hetton, then it can be a big money maker, which should be good. And it'd be quite a drastic change from -8 million to say 10 million. That would be a very large change indeed. Anyway, let's go ahead and add in the remaining signals. I don't think we should need any more, so that will do there. Quite happy about that. Hopefully that should do the world of good. I could add another boat, I'm not gonna. But, yeah, things are looking good, and it looks like the train's taking stuff away as well. I realise the boats do take quite a long time to go, and get down river, to be honest, though, so... And the time it takes actually in with the Thaxted oil refinery as well, that all needs to be taken into consideration. Okay, so we're down to only a loss of... Yeah, it's 7 minutes still, which I feel is a bit long, but I don't think we really have that build-up yet. It is taking 7 minutes, it's down to a loss of only 3 million now, which is good. And the Hetton one it's drastically changed. It's gone from 18 million to 6 million. It's fluctuating a lot. But it's still in the green, which is all I want to see. What I want to do is I actually want to go ahead and touch base with this route here, the Hetton goods, because I do not need 2 trains on it in the slightest. So this train is going to get retired here, because there's just no need. I do not have the demand in the slightest for this right now. So let's go ahead and turn you around and let's sell you. Because I just don't need it. It's such a waste of money. I'm losing so much money on this route right now. Currently losing 5 million on it. Whereas I really don't need to transport that much stuff into town. It's more actually up to Hampstead. But now we're back over here, we are going to very quickly just look at something. Because we've got way too much steel up here. Way too much steel. So let's go ahead and have a look at this, and let's see Hetton steel. Okay. Problem is, these trains, they can't carry too much at once. Well, that's probably one of the issues I can see, which is going to mean that I need more trains. And arguably, I've only actually got 2 anyway, but they've only got 12 carriages. Hetton steel train, yeah, I don't think these trains have been upgraded yet. Let me follow train 11. So you're a steel train, but yeah, you can probably get quite a few more carriages on there now. So you'll go off into the side and you run into platform 3, or platform 4, sorry. So you run into here, so I can get a much longer train than that. Let's pause, so we can add at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can add in 5. I think I can add 5 extra carriages onto these trains each and add a new one. That's what I'd like to do. So let's go for replacements, let's go for locos, let's go for... It looks like again they have this sort of locomotive. Though it's not the fastest, and I know I can get really good speed on here. I could really get up to about 100 and... I don't really know actually, probably a good 130 maybe? I mean, it says 186, but I mean, with all the tractive effort, but I might as well have a train which doesn't have too much boundaries. I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy. 137. Let's go for something like this, because we've not really got it right now in this game. That's the first time I've used this train. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, so do not ask. Then state cars. Again, I probably need to bring in more state cars. That's something I do need to do. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is what I want to do. So let's put that on. Let's put that on to now, costing 61 million, which is a fair amount, but this train should get much longer now. And yeah, that fits into the station perfectly. I couldn't get an extra wagon on there at all, which is perfect. So that's going to hopefully make some difference. Though again, I feel there's just so much here, you know what I mean? And your production's rapidly dropped. I'm wanting to add in a new train here. I think we need to. And also as well with wood movement too. I think we need another train here. Though I've already got like 3 or 4. I've got a lot of trains on this piece of track. That's the issue though. What have we got? Hetton Planks already has 3 trains, pretty much running at full capacity. So I don't really know what to do about this predicament, because I don't know if I can get really another train on this track. I mean, you fit in there perfectly again, but I guess we're just not running it as frequently enough, or we're just producing so much. You produce so much because you're getting supplied by 2 different forests. Which is crazy, and I don't want to cut supply from one. I mean, they're both good money makers, very good money makers for that fact. So I just want to, I'm going to have to add in a new train, and if there is delays on the tracks, then what I'm going to have to do is add more tracks. That's what I'm just going to have to do. Which would be not a problem, but I would just get round it. Okay, what have we got? I believe we've got 17 state cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And breathe. I think it is the class 37 on the front. Yeah, it's definitely a class 37 there. So let me jump into diesel. It's this one here as well, actually. It is the Colas Rail, which look quite nice. As we can see, pause. Colas Rail, class 37. So now we can go ahead and with this, we can make a change. And I realise I've still not done the problem with Hampstead to Spalding. I do need to deal with that. This is when it gets to the stage of the game when there's so much constant issues I need to deal with. It is quite a lot. So we're going for the G Hetton planks now. So that's a 4th train. So that means 5 trains are now on the stretch from this station here to this station here. And there's only 2 tracks for these 5 trains. So things are about to get very, very busy indeed. We've got signals really frequently together though, so that's not a problem. What's the problem here though? Okay, I see what the problem is. Are you too long? No, but you should have... This is going to cause me big problems. I need to slow the game right down. So you should be jumping back onto the other track, but you are just... The junction is just slightly in the wrong place. Or you've not made the turn off, is the bottom line. So what we need to do is we need to try and take that out. Then what I need to do is find the node wherever this is here. And have you come in there like that. Now, are you on the right track now? I believe you are, which is good. So off you go. So it's just that minor change, maybe that meter or so, which is going to allow for that train to go. So that steel train's on the move. That route's actually in the negative as well, which is crazy. It really shouldn't be based on the amount of metal we have. I'm adding a new train. That's it. I'm adding a new train. Where can we add a new train from though? Because you're on these tracks here on the left. Which is a bit of a problem because I don't actually know where the trains come from here. Right, what I want to do is we can resolve this issue by going ahead and swinging a line out over here, swinging a line out over here, amalgamating these two and having a rail depot here. Going to be quite hideous, but it will do. So I'll allow you to come into there like that, and then we can add in a new rail depot for this line here. I do believe it used to have a locomotive shed, sorry, I did not build that there. Used to have a locomotive shed, but it got deleted when I did a lot of work on this area of track about 2 episodes ago, 2 or 3 episodes ago now. Right, we're going into here, locomotive sheds, pivot you around, and there we go. So, what is the train type? We know it's got 17 carriages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And I actually do know the locomotive, to be fair. Electric. One of these guys. Stick you on the front. And the steel train is now ready to go. So you are the... Hampstead Steel or Hetton Steel. Hetton Steel train is what you are. So you're going to get going now, waiting on free path. So you'll go across the tracks and then you will slide into this platform on the left. And then you'll follow this train out going forward. Things are getting very, very busy on this stretch of track, that's the thing. But I mean, we've still got so much steel to get going that we really need to deal with it. As we can see, the wood is dropped. That train's only half full. Just because I think we're not moving enough planks. I mean, we've got an extra train on there now, so hopefully that should make some difference. I really hope it does. And we must have a lot of stuff coming into here now as well, actually, which is good. Looks like the Hampstead Tools 2 could do with an extra truck. Yeah, definitely. Are you a Hampstead 1 or Hampstead 2? You're a Hampstead 1, so I'm going to switch you to the Hampstead 2. So you switch around, so you're now on the other team. If there's nothing waiting on 1, then either the demand's not there for 1, or I've got too many trucks on the 1 route. The 1 route is much closer, to be fair, so I can see where that is. Train 18 and train 11. Right, so the same issue, but now at this end. Yep, okay, what we need to do is a very, very small change here again. Just cut that off. No. No need to go head to toe. Move you back there. Stop. Have you come from here into there. That's it. That's all the changes, and that should resolve that. So, maybe slightly too... Forget to... Right, okay, that works. I was about to say something that I shouldn't have said there. Just only the F word, but... Yeah, this is just so busy here now. Anyway, we're getting steel moving at a probably better rate than we once were, which is good. So, this production should drastically increase based on the amount of wood and steel we now have. Anyway, so for the end of this episode, I want to jump ship. I mean, oil's doing good, but it's this bricks is what we're going to deal with here. So right now, we've actually got nothing stopping here with regards to trains. A train goes through, but no trains stop. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and... Currently we've got all the bricks being made up here. We are getting, I think, production in... Or I don't know where this stuff's actually going. I think some of the stuff is outputting to Hetton. Hetton, not the Queen Street, for God's sake. Right, Hetton. Where's Hetton? Hetton. Yeah, so you're getting construction materials, and I believe by truck, Coburn should also be getting construction materials. Yeah, so these are the two output towns, and then the two inputs for this place, one of them following the line of trucks is over here, which that can be made a train. And then there's actually another place it comes in from the other side of Coburn, in fact, actually. Comes in from over here. Though they go up to there, don't they? Though there's not a lot going on there, but hey ho. That must output into the town of Maidstone. Yes, though it's only 30%, so these are two we need to look at ASAP. Okay, so how are we going to start this? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use the railway line here. So, as I said, I shouldn't have deleted part of the line which I did delete. And I feel bad about it now, but what we're going to do is we're going to build that into... Are you gonna rest, or are you gonna be awkward? Actually, what I should do is I should build that there to there, and then have you tear off. And go into there like that, fine. Now, from here, we can have that run into there, and that's perfect. That's what I want. So I want to go ahead and add to this line. So let's have you run to there. Now, instead, we're actually gonna follow pretty much the old track. Cut this back just a tiny bit. We're going to go ahead and follow where the old line used to go, right down here. Keeping a good speed. And then you're going to come into here because we're going to start getting served by train. Because it's very inefficient us being served by truck. Might as well, we have the money. And I would really like, just with the fuel, go ahead and try and maximise all industries out now. Because we're at that stage where we can really go ahead and push that button. So we're going for trains, we're going for stations, we're going for good stations. I'm going to have at end of the line 320, one platform high speed. You're going to go in there. Which should work nicely, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have a small road connecting you, and voila, so that's your station. So with this being the station, we can now go ahead and link it up into there. Don't really necessarily see the justification for the bridge here, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to raise all of this up very quickly. Let's go ahead and jump into raise lands, and let's go ahead and raise this whole section up here, like so. Then let's go ahead and do the sections around it as well. So hopefully now there shouldn't be a need for our bridge. I think we actually go downhill then uphill here. I think that's the issue. So we lose like marginal speed, like 2-3 miles per hour. What we'll do is we'll again have a wee bit of an gap between the junction and the start of the track, just in case we fall into that issue which we've just fallen into throughout this episode, and run you into there like that. So that would be one train, and then what I want to do is I want to share this piece of track, realistically, and I want to allow for the other train to move in as well. What I'm temporarily going to do is I'm going to actually delete this road here so I can actually get access to building a junction. You can go around the other way, it's going to lose us a bit of money. Oh no, that's a problem though. There we go, that's that resolved, which is good. Oh, what I want to happen is just for this to come into... Depends what platform I want to use, to be fair. I've not really thought this through. Let's go ahead and just stick everything into the outside platform here. Like so. Yep, like so. So that's fine. So that will all use platform number 4. So from platform 3, what we're going to do is we're going to join up with this line here. And we're going to allow for the train to go ahead and basically just wait at the station. Or no, what am I saying? It's going to wait in the siding here. Quite a large siding for that matter. In case it needs to. And then what it will do is it'll cross over to tracks. And then with regards to the train rejoining, you can just join in like that, nice and easy. What you're going to do is you're going to share tracks into Coburn. And then at Coburn, we'll use the other platform. Because right now you only get served by one line. Am I right? I am right. So have we got a double crossing here yet? We don't. Which is fine. Can I get a double crossing in here? Nah, it's just not even worth it, man. It's really not, is it? Right, I want to go ahead and allow for this crossing to be slightly before. Though I've got signals in the way, so let's pause the game. Let's go ahead and delete you, and actually want to delete you. I could do with a crossing. I really am tempted to try and just implement one here. So from there to there. Yes, a crossing, voila! Let's change that, double switch to yes, and let's go ahead and... I need signals though, that's still something I do need. So, wrong menu, Callum, let's go ahead and stick that in there. Where else do I need a signal? I could need a signal here, and I could need a signal here, is what I could need, and that should work out perfectly. Right, okay, so that's that issue resolved, so now we can go ahead and add in our new railways and get them up and running. So from the Coburn Annex just over to here, the shortest train ever, you're going to be the TR... Are you a TR? No, you're not. You're a G. Then this is Coburn. And this is going to be the Coburn Bricks. Alright, you're really bricks. You're actually construction. So Con, which is fine. We definitely don't have a route like that already. No, so we just have the Coburn Fuel, which makes sense. So that's that route, and then we're going to go ahead and add in another route from here, and it's going to run down to here. And this is going to be called the G Coburn Stone, like so. Did I spell Coburn right? Didn't quite, didn't think I did there. Co-nern, so we're going to go for Coburn. Like so. So there we go. So that's the new 2 train lines now built, which is exciting. So all we need to do is just signal it up. So let's add in a signal there. Have signals along here. Now I'm not really at all sure how many trains I'm going to go for, but we've already actually got established truck routes, which we're going to delete a lot of. But this means there's already demand there. Arguably, I don't know how much demand there is going to be there, but there is already demand there. So we'll have to see how it goes. What I want to do is add in a signal here. Yep, there, and then also in there as well. Then, with regards to joining the track, yes, we might need one, like, here. We also could do with one maybe there as well, and then all this should be doubled up, which is perfect. Right, voila! The reason is I'm going to go ahead and delete this road is because this road is now going to be redundant. Just because we're going to have a lot less trucks going forward. So with that now, all I need to do is actually add on trains, and that should be quite a simple job to do. So I'm going to start off by, we're going to have the train depot just over here, up on the mountainside, which should be quite picturesque. Let's rotate you around, and let's go ahead and build you. Right, let's buy trains. Let's go for locals. Now, what are we going to go for? Because a lot of it has really been maintaining routes. I've not actually built many new trains in the last 2 episodes anyway, and I can't really remember what happened in the episode before that, to be honest. What did happen? I feel we were messing around with... I don't even know what it was Coburn, and there wasn't a lot of trains in there. It was really altering trams, was what it was. Because last episode was buses and boats, which is very, very rare, so... But I am very happy with that progress, but I digress. So let's go ahead and have a look here and see what we could do. Could quite easily do another class 3-7 or 4-7 for that matter, but I fancy something different. again. But I'm not really at all sure what I could go for here. I mean, they're quite slow, aren't they? I mean, you're quite slow, but the attractive effort you guys have got are amazing. So you know what, we're going to take one of these again. This is a slightly different type of it though. It is the R6/6, so I don't think that's how you say it. The R6x6 maybe? Who knows, you can go ahead and tell me in the comment section below. We're carrying stone, so the wagon is going to be slightly different. It's not going to be a stake car, it's going to be a... What is it going to be? A box car? Nah. What is it? It should be a coal hopper or a hopper. Yeah, so one of these. Okay, so let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think 17. I'll go and risk it with 18 just because of the fact that this station isn't long enough, is it? I can just tell already. Yeah, didn't think it was. Alright, that's something which I'll need to change very quickly. Let me go ahead and delete a few of these then, for the time being. Let me go ahead and put you onto the stone line, yep. Now with regards to construction materials, I'm just gonna buy one locomotive of each for now. Then I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort out that train station. I'm gonna buy the same loco though. You weren't electric, were you? You weren't diesel either though. Were you? No, you must have been electrical. Yeah, you are electrical. Alright, where are we? The RE6. I don't know what the difference is between Rotmit Kilma or the Fadio or the Murgernthal. I am guessing these are maybe just... I mean, they're all the same. They're maybe just the trains named after specific lines or something like that, maybe? Or people? I have no idea, but they are the same. So let me go ahead. Now, construction materials go in a box car, I thought. Or no, they don't. They go in a stake car. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can only start with 13 right now, unfortunately, just due to the limitations of the line, or the station for that matter. So let's go ahead and switch this up. Let's look for... what route is it? The G Coburn, and it's going to be the Coburn Construction Materials. Which is fine. The only problem is you don't have a way to get there yet, so we'll go ahead and allow for a temporary junction there like that, which is fine. Right, let's zoom on and let's get these trains out and on the go. More blockages. Right, it's to do with wood now this time, which kind of makes sense why there's so much wood there, and train 59. Eh? How did you get there? Right, you guys, this is very inefficient, isn't it? Crazily inefficient for that matter. I want you to jump ship and I want you to go into the... do I want you to go into the pink line? Yeah, I do, but not till after here, which is fine. So you've run a signal is what you've done, or the signal's in the wrong place. So can you go backwards? Let's get you to go backwards. You've just run a signal is what's happened here. So let's get you to turn around, do it a bit faster though. That's fine, so get you to return around. Now what we need to do is we need to have the waiting signal all the way back here. So another inefficiency I do need to sort out, and I will do this off camera. I'm going to do quite a bit of things off camera very, very shortly, because we need to wait for this train to come along here first. I'm going to restart this whole junction out. It's just the thing is, there's two crossovers at once, but I should do this crossover faster or better. And I need to go ahead and get more of this wood moving. That's a short-term solution for a long-term problem, because that's just hitting profit margins really, really bad. So you should be going. You have a free path, so on you go. Yeah, I need to sort this junction out, and I will do that off camera. Anyway, so that is good movement. As we can see, interestingly, things are doing exceptionally well here. What are the trucks that take the stuff into, or from here into the city centre? Hetton tools. Though you're moving construction materials to here. Why? I swear I've seen construction materials in you there. We need to upgrade these trucks, that's what we need to do. So, let's go ahead and jump into freight. Gonna be some of these big large capacity, 36 capacity, so much better than the current 20 that's there. So let's go ahead and upgrade these, and that should make some difference. So as we can see, that should start to clear the backlog, and all in all it should help the town out quite considerably. There's a lot of trucks doing this very short route indeed, but it is important. Oh yeah, because of course stuff gets delivered here from miles away currently by truck, which isn't very efficient, and that will change shortly. Anyway, how are our trains doing? Well, this train's obviously actually has some on it, so it's split by road right now and also by train, which is fine. So I need to go ahead and upgrade this station. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go away and do 3 things. I'm going to sort this station out. I'm going to go ahead and sort this junction out, and then I'm also going to go ahead and sort the trains out from Spalding to Southgate to Bangor to Hampstead, because that line's still not fixed, even with HTCs. So I'll be right back in about, well, it's probably going to take me about half an hour to sort all this out, but I'll be back in about 2.5 seconds time. So the first change that I've gone ahead and made is with regards to this line here. So we have now all the way over to there's Hampstead, the word Hampstead is in there. Now we've got a train from Hampstead into Bangor now, and we've got a separate train from Bangor to Spalding. 2 reasons. One of them was the population one, which explains at the start of this episode, but there's a third platform here because this is going to become an exchange at one stage. You can probably guess where this platform's going to go to, hint hint, over there, and that's also going to address some issues with this line doubleization here. It's not ideal, so we're going to go ahead and sort that out probably in the next episode, because that is a bit of a bigger project. What I've done is I've kept HST trains on both lines. However, right now we've got the Bangor to Spalding has 4 of them, and then with regards to the Hampstead to Bangor, it has 2 of them. I don't know if that's going to be the final end set or end goal or whatever, but we'll have to wait and see. I think that should do quite well anyway. Hampstead Bangor might need more, the other one might need less, or I might actually need to downgrade these large trains, because these might be too big now to go out to Spalding especially. I'm very unsure. Right now this train's pulling in here, and it's only going to take 44 people away, so that could be problematic going forward, but we'll see. This train's bringing in 380 and it's going to take out 380, so that's something which we need to monitor. Anyway, on to the next problem. And there we have the second problem resolved. So as we can see now, it makes sense. First of all, you land up, if you are this wood train, or this iron train, sorry, that's coming through there, passes through here, you go ahead and wait, you'll wait at the signal here, probably actually move that tiny bit more forwards, and then you will wait for the track that you're about to cross to be clear, which is fine. Now, that allows for just so much more efficient trains. It allows for just stopping as well, not clogging up each other's tracks, which is a big thing. The only downfall is that you need to come back across this track, you need to wait for it to be clear, so you can go ahead and return, but I mean, it's not too big an issue. I would try to build a tunnel or a bridge, but there's not, everything's just too close here. These stations are too close. It just couldn't happen at all. But that resolves that issue going forward, so this means now that train should be able to run along here without much difficulty at all, which is good. On to the final problem. And just like that, that's me managed to go ahead and sort this train station out. So, got rid of the middle platforms because there's no need for it. So as we can see here, this is what we've got. We've got the train passing through on lines 2 and 3 in the middle. Then we've got our train, which is, I mean, it's a very short one here, which goes into Coburn. This one is on the left. It has its own track, just so the train can pull into the side and not block the blue fuel train. And then as well, we've got that merges up and they share until they get into the approach, where they go ahead and use the 2 platforms there. With regards to the other side, very similar story. As we can see here on the left, we've got a single track. This is the one which goes down to the stone place. And as we can see, things are looking nice and dandy here. The train can take, what, I mean, basically 195 stone, and there it's going to be taking about 170 stone. So I need to delete the truck routes. that's what we're going to do in the next episode. We're going to delete truck routes definitely round about here. Sort these two out. We've made a good start this episode, but there have been lots of different things this episode which I needed to deal with. Also as well, I think we just need to pay attention to... At least the steel's going. Planks are just... it's crazy here. It's absolutely crazy. I maybe need to think about shipping that somewhere else. Need to check on how this is doing as well. Hopefully things have improved. Build a new line over to Bawtree if you didn't guess. Then also, there's a lot of waiting here for buses now as well, which is really crazy. So all these stuff I need to go ahead and sort out, so I will do that in the next episode. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, rate and subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into that comment section below, give me your feedback, check out the description for my Twitter link and my Patreon link. Go ahead and hit the like button, really helps me, the videos and the channel grow. And that's all for this video, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Bigfoot, and I'm out.